Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's Shanna. I'm so glad you're here today. Now, I just got this package in the mail today, and I thought I would just open it up on camera. This package actually came from Waffle Flowers, and I have been needing a couple of items for my craft room that have been on my list for a while, and I just decided to break down and get them. So, what I have ordered is the Waffle Flower Sticky Mat for my Misty. And I have ordered this mini stencil mat, and I just needed something to help me stencil a little bit better. And then to my surprise, they attach a little gift. So you can see it's a 6.5 by 8.5 mat. And then I got this little strawberry die with a flower. And I thought that was so sweet and fun. I've never ordered from them, so I was surprised to get a little gift. So I'm just going to pull out this stencil mat and we'll take a look at it. Now, it appears to be double packaged, so it seems to have its own little storage pouch that you can keep it in, and that'll really help keep dust and paper bits and stuff off of it, I guess, so that it'll stay nice and clean and continue to be, I guess, sticky for my glass mat. It sticks down on there really nice, and that'll be helpful when I'm stenciling. Now I'm just going to bring in a piece of paper and just kind of show you how it just fits right in this corner here. And I like that. Now I've got this stencil from Pink and Main, and I'm just going to pull it out and kind of show you how I would line this up on here real quick like. And this is a double stencil. It's a layered stencil that is attached. Both layers are attached, which is a little different. And you could lay it in there either way. And I'm kind of looking at it wondering which side is up. Um, but I'm just going to show you the grip mat, and we'll get it opened. And perhaps all of you have the grip mat already. I was kind of late to the game on getting it, but I thought it would be very helpful. So it comes with these two little grid mats, and it looked like they had like an A2 size frame and then an A7 frame in it. And then the sticky mat has a sheet, protective sheet on both sides of it so that you can keep your mat sticky and clean, I guess. So you'd want to pull that off and lay it inside your Misty. So just laying that aside, and we're going to work with a stencil mat today and make a card, and we'll just see how this turns out. So I'm just laying the stencil with the flower portion up first. And right now I'm looking to see if there's like a indicator of which side is up, and I don't see anything. So I'm just going to lay it down on there. And I'm going to bring in some of my Gina K masking magic strips and use it to just hold down the stencil. And I probably don't even need this um, because I'm going to trim up this panel anyway. But I thought that it would help to just hold my stencil in place as I am blending, and then just kind of keep it a little bit cleaner. So I was just looking for the largest size strips, and this, I don't know, 1/2 inch is the largest strip that I had available. So I'm just going to get it laid down on here and line it up in the corner. And we'll just use this masking magic to help hold it down. So I'm going to bring in a couple of different colors for this. I've got my pink blending brush, and I've got Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide ink. And I'm just going to start um, inking up these floral elements. And I'm just kind of lightly going over it. Now, if my voice sounds funny in this voiceover, it's because I'm trying to do it while everybody in my house sleeps, and when I say everybody, just my husband and my oldest grandson. We kept him all day and overnight because my youngest grandson had to have surgery, and they play so rough together that I just felt like it would be necessary to keep them separate. So I told my daughter I'd keep my oldest grandson, and that would give Gunnar a little time to kind of recuperate from his surgery and not be jostled around. So they are in there sleeping, and we went to bed, and I woke up like at 2:30 a.m. and thought, I have got to get this voiceover done while I'm awake. And so I guess I'm trying to be a little quiet so I don't wake them up, but still hopefully loud enough that you can hear the voiceover. Now I'm bringing in this wilted violet, and I'm just going to add a little bit of color of the purple to it. Not much. You can really barely see it, but it does kind of change the hue of the flower by doing this. And it is a real light touch. And I'll just keep going over um, the stencil. Now this stencil is different because the two layers are attached. And you're going to see me struggle a bit with trying to figure out how the stencil lines up. And I'm not sure that I got it right, but we are going to use this panel for a card. I'm not going to waste it. And it's actually the card's going to turn out beautifully, regardless of whether I get the leaves laid on here right. And I kept trying to figure out how to lay this to where it appeared that the leaves were laying next to the flower correctly. And I'm still looking at it, trying to decide. And I'm leaving all this in so you can see my, I guess, perplexedness. And I'm just trying to see now. There are um, two areas on the stencil where you would snap it into a binder that I think Pink and Main makes for their stencils. And so I've got both of those at the top. And then I've decided to flip it over and see if it lines up better that way. And I'm still not sure, I'm very tentative on what I'm doing. And then I just decide to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it. And I probably need maybe to watch the Pink and Main video and see the proper way to line the stencil up. And maybe I did it right. I don't know. It turns out fine, and I'm going to trim it down and use it for the card. And the card really turns out pretty. If you like lighter colors and florals, it really does turn out pretty. And I pulled it off because the stencil moved just a little bit. And I'm just going to go with it like this. And I know that I'm going to trim it down, and I think it'll be just fine. I've got kind of an area of openness on there, but it'll be all right. So I have trimmed this down, and I think I trimmed it down to 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm just going to use this as my focal point, and I'll lay something down to cover up that area that is open there. And so what I've done is I brought in just my card base. I'm just going to get it scored up. And then I'm going to bring in some of the Pink and Main paper pack from this kit. This is February of 2024's Crafty Courtyard kit is what this is. And I'm been kind of slow to use it, and I need to use it because I know the next kit is coming, and I'll be moving on to that. So I want to use the elements of this kit a little bit. So I love this green and white plaid or gingham pattern. I think it's just really cute. And the back side of this is gorgeous. And I absolutely hate to glue it down. But this is a green and an orange that's on there. And I've got the green and the pink. So I'm going to have to glue it up and lay it down. And they give you more than one piece of it. So I'll be able to use that green and orange on another card. So I'll just get this lined up. And this is going to be the first layer of our card. And then I'm just going to bring that panel in and just lay it down. And I think the two panels together look gorgeous. And then because I kind of have that empty area on my panel that I kind of motioned to earlier, I'm actually going to bring in another piece of this pink and Maine paper in green and kind of cover that up. And this little pattern here is a tone on tone, and it's got little butterflies, and the back side of it's super cute as well. And I'm just going to get this thing glued up and position it to where it kind of covers up that little open spot that I had. And I think these panels really complement each other, and they look really pretty together. I'm real pleased with it. And then I took and stamped and die cut out a whole bunch of the one stamp and die set that came in this. This actually had two die sets in it. The die set that goes with these sentiments, and then it had the pop-up floral dies in it as well. So I'm just going to pop this up and get it laid down on my card base, and our card will pretty much come together. And this is just, and I refer to them all the time in my channel. These are the scrapbook.com 1/8 of an inch strips, and I love these for sentiments. So I referenced my grandson having surgery. He had to have surgery on his ears. They actually did put tubes in his ears, and then he had his adenoids removed because they were laying right up against his nose, and he could almost not breathe through his nose. The tubes gave him 30% increased hearing in his ears, and then the adenoids helped with the breathing. And then while they were in there, they found out he was a little bit tongue-tied too, so they went ahead and snipped his tongue as well. So he had quite a little bit of work done, but we're really hopeful that it's taking care of all the problems because he was having regular ear infection. And I think my daughter said that they kind of referred to it as a glued ear or something, some kind of a term that his ears were like a glued ears or whatever. I don't know, but it did improve his hearing and took care of some other issues. So um, hopefully he'll be good as new. So he was already playing later in the evening and having fun. So that was good to see. When she was sending me pictures and FaceTiming me so that we could see him and so that she could talk to her oldest son. But we had a nice day, full busy day, had a lot of fun. He had a lot of playing. I think he had every car that he owned out in our house, and he and his pap were just playing and having a good time. So I'm bringing in these enamel dots from the Pink and Main kit, and I am just going to put these on every single one of these flowers for their center. I wouldn't normally put this much embellishment on it, but I just started and I just kept going. And I'm using the middle size for my larger flowers, and I'm using the smaller one for the smallest flowers. And I really think this adds a lot to the card, and I'm really, really pleased with how it turns out once I get all these laid down on there. And I'm just using the green color um, for this. Green's not normally, a real go-to color for me, but I love these shades of green coupled with that kitsch flamingo. I think it looks really pretty. And when I stamped a bunch of those sentiments out and die cut them, I had actually chosen the kitsch flamingo as one of the options, so it worked out perfectly that my sentiment stamping matched my stenciling exactly. So I like that. So I think this card turned out really, really super pretty, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye now.